All right. There's two different kinds of people in this world. Two different types of extreme attitudes. Two different opposite of opposite extremes, if you will. If you want to say socially or politically, you can have the real far right, even though this is my left hand. You could, all right, the far left, the real far left, and the real far right. Okay, and you get people that I regard, everybody else I regard as pretty much moderate, even though some are conservative and some of them are more liberal. I would call moderate because you get along with them and they're more sane. But okay, you got the real far right. Uh, all right, yeah, these two different kinds of people. If you get smart with them, they both want to. They don't like you being smart with them, and they want to assert their dominance through some kind of enforcing class, or if you will. And they will both pull some kind of bullshit to try to remind you of your place, if you will. Oh, anyway, as I was saying, one side to one extreme, like the far right, the side that I'm talking about here, that say some of us lean toward the right on some things, there's still people above you in different places. Not going to waste too much time about it, like asshole supervisors in certain, I don't know, industrial jobs or different places you worked. Anyway, that you would get smart at, that you'd if you get smart with them, you're a right-wing extremist, and use you as a smokescreen for their own bullshit. Like, okay, they're the side that worships police state, and they don't care if you lean right on anything, or even though they might lean right, or who the hell knows what side they lean. You know, you can only guess. But they're the ones that would get the. If you get smart with them, they'll retaliate by. They think the police and 911 is their own personal calling card to as a vendetta against you or whatever, too, or threaten whatever the hell to tell you who your place is. And then the other side, okay, the other side, which wants to do away with the police, right? Defund the police, do away with the police. And I'm telling you in this parenthesis, I'm going to tell you, talking in parenthesis here, excuse me, that while talking in parentheses here, and I'm trying not to laugh too, because I'm getting it, I'm trying to get at how funny this is, how hilarious this. Even though me, just like anybody else, we all had one run-in with maybe a cop that was an asshole too, and I'm not gonna go on and on about it, but like in one case that I talked about in videos in the past was 5 years ago already too. Cops, in old neighborhood, cops don't really bother you, but I had reason to believe that this was somebody got pissed off at something, and it was like a lower level version of swatting. And I accuse of people. I don't accuse anybody of far right doing this. But I digress. I'm not going to go on and on with that. My point is that everybody, I don't care what color you are, had one run in, somewhere. Somebody got pissed off or whatever. It's not like the cops are harassing you every single day like the far leftist claim happens, or the race baiters claim. But anyway, getting back to the other extreme side, the left. I told you the far right, how the far right is. If you piss some of them off, they worship police state, and they'll worship police. They worship police, and they'll get, their style is getting the police after you for some reason, or threatening it if you get smart with them. Okay, I established that. And I digress. I'm going to talk about the total other side. The thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. There's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean? The ones that want to do away with the police and defund the police, and the ones who also, by the way, expect me just, or some of you, just because you had maybe one major run-in with cops that might have been assholes one time, but the cop, and in cases that the cops don't bother you any other time, but yet you'd be expected, if you had that one run-in with the police, that you're supposed to be on the side of these assholes. Now, these assholes, in my opinion, that want to do away with the police or whatever, they don't have any, they don't give a fuck about me or some of you, unless you're kissing their ass and have the perfect beliefs and are kissing their ass. If you're not kissing their ass, they'd be the ones inclined to go behind your back and do that swatting thing, like they do with people, indirectly, or call the cops behind your back. They're just as inclined to sneakily, and even though they don't like to call the cops, but most commonly, more commonly than that, instead of the cops, they'd rather do away with the cops because they worship the local badasses. Whether the local badasses are black or white, I'm not singling out any race here. Unlike the people that worship police state, you know what I'm saying? They engage in thug worship. And when I say thug worship, I mean both black or white. I'm not picking on anybody that's both black or white. I'm also talking about the white guy, the ringleader or something, that the white guy tattoos on her. Rap music, again, the beat up old car, thinks he's all badass, that listens to Eminem or whatever. The ones that pretend to be a gang and are not really a gang, but you got to deal with gangs or pseudo-gangs. Some are more dangerous than others, I admit that. But anyway, yeah, these kind of people that want to do away with the police, they want to... They have no problems with getting the local badasses or the pseudo-gang members or whatever, gang members or pseudo-gang members, to go commit the same brutality against you, or threaten, come by in cars and stop you on the street to remind you of, threaten this or that, remind you where your place is, or unless you're graced with the opportunity to hang with them. And in this kind of a clique or crowd or political wing or side, if you will, you have the people that I call the pseudo gangster beta male. They're the ones that are the suck ups and the simps. They're sucking up to and simping up to the would-be gangster or wannabe gangster or whatever, or, well, in some of the more dangerous cities, the actual gangs can actually harm you. But in some towns like the area outside of Pittsburgh, I live a pretty good way outside of Pittsburgh, or, well, even in city of Pittsburgh itself, when you see stuff on the local TV news. Trying not to laugh here. I got pictures going in my head. Excuse me. My news watching distance area is the local Pittsburgh TV news. But yeah, even the city of Pittsburgh has people that think they're gangs, and some actual gangs. Some people are actually dangerous, depending on where you are. But anyway, yeah, I think it's fucking hilarious. It's so damn hilarious I can barely talk about it in a video. I'm pretty articulate in my own right, but unlike people that are just as articulate as me or more articulate than me, more power to those people. But I, for one, think some of this shit is so hilarious and such a joke that I'm supposed to be obedient or afraid of these people, or supposed to suck up to these people. The fact that I am expected to suck up to people like this makes me laugh, and I can barely talk in a video. Or I can barely even talk to certain people about it because I think it's so fucking and funny. Yeah, and you want to be laughing with middle fingers in the air, or flipping the bird, you know what I mean? So, if you got this far in this video, my whole point to this video, the hypocrites, the people are hypocrites that are so damn hilarious, the ones that can go fuck themselves, or the ones you want to tell them just to go fuck a goddamn porcupine, you don't give a shit about them. These hypocrites, oh, they want to do away with the police, right? And you're supposed to be, the ones that want to do away with the police, you're supposed to be graced with having the opportunity to hang with them, and you're expected to be sucking up to them and simping up to them and join the crowd of the pseudo-gangster beta males that are also simps. They simp up to the would-be gang members. Oh yeah, you don't kiss their asses. Oh, you mean to tell me, yeah, we're supposed to do away with the police, right? And yet, if I offend some of you who want to do away with the police, if you decided something I do or say, even unwittingly, or I question something, if it offends you, then you can get the local badasses or pseudo-gang members to go have me beat up or whatever, or do the same damn shit that you accuse the police of, or I don't want to say accused. Yes, there are some police that, for stupid shit, that do it. I understand that. You know what I mean? But that's why I said what I said in the beginning of this video, so none of you stupid white leftist motherfuckers that still live with your parents, and you're in a room with a computer in your parents' house, 20s pushing 30, in a room in your parents' house, and your only friends are teenagers who are only your friends because you illegally furnish alcohol to them and buy cigarettes for them. Yeah, Mr. I still live with my parents, and my only friends I furnish liquor and cigarettes to. Yeah, and then say, yeah, let me tell you how I'll fix this country. Fuck you. You go fuck a goddamn porcupine. I ain't trying to hear that shit. And just because, yeah. Anyway, I'm like, you want to do away with the police and you accuse brutality and all that, but why the fuck would I trust some motherfuckers like you when, say, you're the same motherfuckers that would have me beat up by the local badasses or the gang members or pseudo-gang members that you worship, whether they're the would-be gang members, pseudo-gang members, or you be like a pseudo-gangster beta male, who simps up to them. Yeah, have me beat up or whatever. But yeah, it's only wrong if the police do it. Not that I condone police doing it. And I ain't going to go on and on about that New York City deal. Everybody knows about that. But my thing is, if it's a little off the subject, but yeah, you're from out of the country and you can beat up cops in New York City, where if somebody you or me, right, that had maybe one run-in with a cop that might have been an asshole because somebody was lying about something, my point would be, if that were you and me and you would try to assault a cop, the cop would beat your ass anyway, right? And hey, I'm not the right skin color or the right special interest group. Yeah, there'll be no marching in the streets for me. Fuck no. I'd get my ass beat by the cops and get my ass thrown in jail, and I'd be still paying. Yeah, like, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? The average Joe or the average Jane would get their ass beat by the cops, and nobody's gonna do shit about it. Nobody's gonna come and help you. But yet these other fucking assholes can go and do it. Or the people with the George Floyd protest and the post-George Floyd bullshit got to do what the fuck they want. Just because one cop did one thing that, yeah, could have took George Floyd in, right? But they decide it's okay to go beat a bunch of people up, smash public property and private property, people's stores that had nothing to do with it, and raise all kind of incite riots in fucking places and towns that had nothing to fucking do with that shit. Anyway, yeah, I digress here. My point is, when I brought those people up, those are the motherfuckers too. Yeah, marching a big mob in the town, and on my street, maybe I'm supposed to be scared of them, have me beat up, and yeah, protest marchings would be like invading my town. And oh, you don't like the police, right? You don't like the police, you want to do away with the police, and claim the brutality and that, but then you motherfuckers would go march in my town in a place that has nothing to do with, like I'm supposed to be scared of you, and you can have me beat up in the same damn way. Oh, it's only wrong if the police do it. Seems to me there's a narcissistic control issue there, you know what I mean? Yeah, you think you're better than the police, or better than the far right American citizen or whatever the hell that you don't like. But yeah, you think you have some kind of right somewhere of get the local badasses that you could suck up to and have me or somebody else beat up. Fuck you, you know what I mean? I spend too much time on this video saying it, but it's like, think I'm really that like fucking stupid. Yeah, you people are really, some of you people are really something else. Yeah, but yeah, the best thing about this is that I like to make a video, if anything else, whether you like it or not, or whether people watch it or not, that I can kind of from a distance laugh in your face, you know what I mean? But anyway, to end this, that's my attitude. Not telling you to like the police, and I'm not telling you that I'm sticking up to the police either way, but some of them could be assholes or whatever. Fine, but I'm just telling you the reason here why I say, well, fuck them and fuck you too. I wouldn't dream of saying fuck them without saying fuck you too, because you're no damn better. The only difference between them and you is you want them out of the way so you can do what the fuck you want to whoever you want. And just just so you can your like sick little dream or fantasy about doing away with the police and installing some other kind of narco-communist enforcing class of some kind. I suck up. Yeah, I'm supposed to suck up to your asses, right? And I'd be like supposed to be a good boy, buy weed from your friends or the local badasses or whatever, and abide by your rules. Buy drugs from the local badasses that you suck up to, right? And if I don't behave the way I'm supposed to, or think the way I'm supposed to, or say anything wrong, then you can have me have this, like I said, have the same thing done to me that you say that the police do, right? Smells like hypocrisy to me.